Hello and welcome to all the students of Europe Hotel School joining today. It's a pleasure to have you. My world is all about the intersection of AI and modern hospitality, and I'm really excited to be your guide on this part of your online learning journey. We're about to dive deep into how the front office is being transformed by data, turning it from a simple welcome point into the real strategic heart of a hotel. I want you to just picture a stunning, busy luxury hotel lobby. You've got guests arriving, guests leaving, bags flying, the concierge juggling what feels like 100 requests. It's this beautiful, organized chaos, right? Well, the secret to not just managing it, but mastering it with grace, all comes down to data. So, that's where I come in. My job today is to give you that practical, real-world knowledge you're going to need to become a leader in this industry. We're going way beyond the textbook to look at the actual tools that the best hotels are using to win, day in and day out. So here's our game plan. We'll kick things off with a big picture, the front office as your command center. Then we'll zoom into the daily reports, see how data shapes the guest experience, and finally, tie it all back to the money with the all-important manager's report.
All right, let's get into it. From now on, I want you to stop thinking of the front office as just a place for check-ins. Think of it as mission control. It is the central nervous system of the hotel, where all the information comes in and all the key decisions go out.
Every single report you run is like a light on your dashboard, giving you a live, real-time read on what's going on. Each one is a signal, and your job is to read those signals. For instance, if your arrival report shows a huge tour group is landing at 3 p.m., what do? You staff up the front desk for that window. You prevent a problem before it even starts. That's the power we're talking about. Now, let's take a closer look at some of those key instruments on our dashboard. These are the reports that give you the daily pulse of the hotel. They're what allow you to keep the whole operation running like a finely tuned watch. First up, the arrival and departure report. This is basically your playbook for the entire day. It tells you exactly who's coming, who's leaving, and maybe some special notes about them. So if you see a VIP is arriving to celebrate an anniversary, you can make sure their favorite champagne is already chilling in the room. You're using data to create a personal touch they'll never forget. The housekeeping report. This is such a perfect example of data directly impacting how a guest feels. It's a live feed showing you the real-time status of every room. Clean, dirty, needs maintenance, you see it all. This lets you perfectly sync up your teams so that a room is ready the second a new guest needs it. That smooth, flawless check-in, it starts right here. And rounding out our daily essentials is the night audit. I like to call this the hotel's financial truth serum. It's the moment where every single transaction from the last 24 hours is checked, double-checked, and balanced perfectly. It's like hitting the reset button every night so you start the next day fresh with total confidence in your numbers. Okay, so the hotel's running like a well-oiled machine. That's fantastic. But are the guests actually happy? That's the whole point, right? So this next part is all about using data to listen to the voice of your customer so you can create experiences that are truly exceptional. These reports, these are your direct line to your guests. They capture everything, the good, the bad, the special requests. This isn't just numbers anymore. This is a conversation. So if you see the same complaint about slow room service pop up again and again, well, your guests are telling you something loud and clear, and you need to listen. Just take a moment and read this. Imagine getting this piece of feedback about your team. This is it. This is the goal. One comment like this is worth more than any spreadsheet because it captures the feeling. And that feeling is the absolute heart of hospitality. So how do you get more comments like that? Well, you use the feedback to build a roadmap. You look for patterns. Maybe you notice a few comments about the front desk staff seeming a little overwhelmed at peak times. Boom. That's not a criticism. It's an opportunity. You now know you need to do some specific training on how to handle pressure with a smile. It's about targeted, smart improvements. Happy guests are amazing, but we also have to remember this is a business. So how does all this operational excellence and guest love actually translate to the bottom line? That's what we're talking about now, the key performance indicators, or KPIs, that prove great service is also great business. Here's a classic, the occupancy rate. As you can see, it's jumped from 78% last month to 85% this month. That is a beautiful thing to see. It tells us that our sales and marketing is working, that people want to be here. It's a simple, powerful measure of how full your hotel is. Now, this number here, RevPAR, that stands for revenue per available room. And let me tell you, this is one of the most important metrics in the entire industry. Here's why. It combines how full you are with how much you're charging. It gives you the truest picture of your financial performance. A rising RevPAR means a very healthy hotel. And look at this table. This tells an incredible story. We aimed for $550,000 in room revenue, and we didn't just hit it. We smashed it, bringing in $585,000. And the best part? We actually spent less than we budgeted. This is the dream scenario, driving revenue up while keeping costs down. That's a huge win. Phew! Okay, we have covered a ton of ground, right? We've looked at daily operations, the guest journey, the financials. Now it's time to bring it all home, to combine everything into the one report that rules them all, the monthly manager's report. This report is where you become a storyteller. You take all of those different data points we've been looking at and you weave them into a clear, compelling narrative. You explain what happened, you analyze why it happened, and you propose what you're going to do next. This is how you show your leadership, that you are in total command of your department. And here's how that story unfolds. It's a really logical flow. You start high level with your big KPIs. Then you drill down into the details, booking trends, guest service wins, staff performance. You summarize the financials, and then you finish with the most important part, your plan for the future. It's a complete picture. So when you step back and look at what we've done, it's pretty amazing. We've taken all this raw data, check-in times, cleaning statuses, guest comments, revenue numbers, and we've turned it into a powerful tool for leadership. You're no longer just reporting on what happened yesterday, you are actively designing what will happen tomorrow. So, I'll leave you with this question. You have the complete picture now. You understand your operations, you've heard from your guests, you know the financial reality. All the data you need is right there at your fingertips. You're in the driver's seat. So, what's your first decision?